inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And fighting down inside the 25. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Dancing to his left. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Cousins, and he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Here's Cousins. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. Two nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson, forced out to his left. Wide open receiver, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. Now it's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A well-executed 22-yard gain. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 31. Here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. That's going to be caught by Nick Ballore. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. To throw again is Wilson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th.
Check 50, check 50. Go guys, 4 down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again. Everson Griffin. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. 4th down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
He was taken down by Bobby Wagner.
We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. First grab so far for Diggs. It's a first down. First down, here's Cousins. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Wilson, flushed out right. And he's got Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54. I can't believe they let you play. I can't do it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Wilson. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
10 yards and a Seattle first down. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. That's caught by Hollister. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. The quick slant caught. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
24, 24.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers from the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. And Myers able to knock it through. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And some room to roam now. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Over the middle, it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's Wilson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Receiver. Hey, they got 48. Hey, Charlie. Let's get up.
They run it again with Cook. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
54, Mike. Yeah. First. Mike 5-4. Hey, exit. Rap. Mike's 54. Watch it, yo. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
They just do get the playoff. Now Cousins steps away to his left. This one taken in by Olabisi Johnson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From just shy of midfield, Cousins. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Let's go, baby. Turn up.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Myers' kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I tell you what, it's kind of hard to imagine. They have not scored a single point, and yet they're in this position, a touchdown drive here, and they're in the lead.
Normally, when you have 0 on your side of the ledger on the scoreboard, you're a little bit discouraged. But when they look over and see their opponents, they don't see a number that's way out there. They don't see a number they can't attain. In fact, they can get it right here on this drive and potentially take the lead.
On 2nd down, it's Cook, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Unfortunately for you, you've been around me for a little while now, so you know me as well as anyone and how I look at a game. I don't ever advocate abandoning anything, but in this case, I'm going against my own thought process. You've got to change it up. You got to start throwing it around a little bit, finding ways to try and move the ball, because keeping it on the ground just isn't working for them.
Yeah, maybe get him the ball out of the passing game, a swing pass outside or something, just something to vary it up. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's Britton Colquitt now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. Now Wilson on 1st down, dancing to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there, almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll run to Marshawn Lynch. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Here's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. He hits more. 23 yards, the final tally. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would... fancy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
First down, the run with Lynch. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They run again on first down, Lynch. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Danielle Hunter picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And Myers able to knock it through, and that will make our score 9-0. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game, his 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Cousins now. It's complete to Diggs. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 75 yards, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter, and don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now it's Wilson, forced out to his left. A bullet throw, but incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Sherrill's on the return. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, and their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. Back to throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to